it's me, Viv, your favorite digital music fairy from the future, here to bring smiles, laughter, and hope to the present. Let's have some fun today! Yay, 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 yay! Hello, 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 hello. How's everybody doing? I hope everyone's having a good day today. Ah, hello, hello, hello. Yeah, sorry I was late again today. It was not because of tech issues, but other external circumstances. So, my tech is no longer acting up, so yay, I fixed the V-Bridger problem. So that shouldn't be causing any scuff anytime soon, which is a good thing. Yeah, that's always a good thing. But, yeah. Nothing much really happened today. I mean, I slept in, as I always do, but like, yeah, today's been all right. I mean, it could be better, but like, yeah. What platforms do you stream on? I mainly stream on here. I wish I could do simulcasting, but unfortunately, I'm not able to do that right now. So I stream on here. I used to stream on the Reality app, but I graduated from that a long time ago. I stream on here. Yeah, thank you for checking me out. I appreciate it. Yeah. But I love your VTuber. Thank you so much. I look pretty, don't I? Yeah, I look pretty silly. I am a pretty silly fairy. You've just stumbled upon like one of the most chaotic channels in your existence, and for that I'm very sorry. But you're here now. We're gonna have a good time. Yeah. Without further ado, I should stop yapping here. We should start yapping in the game I'm gonna play today, Webfishing. Yeah. I'm going to run around. I'm gonna catch silly fish. I'm gonna talk about like stuff that's been happening in my life. Hopefully I can find some stuff to talk about because my mind is just kind of do you guys ever have that like feeling when your mind is kind of like staticky and stuff? Like you can feel like static in your mind, brain static. Is that just a me thing that like experiences like brain static? I don't know, it's like a really weird feeling to describe. Like if you know you have it, then you know, but like if you don't, then it's like TV static brain. Yes, exactly. That's kind of what I'm going through today. So hopefully I can like find some stuff to talk about and like get rid of that stupid static in my brain. Gah, that stupid TV static that I hate. Grr. Anyways, ignore my squeaky gaming chair. My gaming chair won't stop squeaking. Let's get right into it. Yay. I'm talking too much. Yippee. Yeah, this is Webfishing. It's a silly little game where you just run around and you catch fish. And I haven't played it in a while, but I kind of wanted to play it today just to like, you know, revisit it. I'm already like level 50, but I just felt like, you know, chilling on stream and doing some stuff. Yeah. Oh, I'm already full of bait. Nice. I think we should go freshwater fishing today. Just because we've mostly caught all of the saltwater fish. Yeah. This game is really cool. I really need to play it. I need to collab with like other people who also play this game. We can like do a web fishing stream together. I think that would be fun. I think that would be fun and silly and cool. Oh wait, I need to put down my fishing buddies. Wait, I forgot. I totally forgot that that was a feature that I had in this game. I have this game, but I haven't played it yet. You should. You should. It is very fun, but I'm warning you, it's kind of like Balatro in the fact that it'll take a long time off of your life, you know? You will end up playing this game for hours, just sitting there and catching fish, maybe yapping with your friends. This is a good game to enjoy with friends. Like, I mostly play solo. Sometimes if my friends are on the game, then I play with them, but mostly I'm just right here chilling solo. Yeah. Oh, wait. I forgot. You need to use the mouse to reel stuff in. It's like every fishing game I play has like a different mechanic, and so I'm like, oh god, what game am I playing? Am I playing Animal Crossing? Am I playing Infinity Nikki? Am I like playing web fishing? I miss fishing in Animal Crossing. Oh my god. Once I find a way to, I really need to, like, back when I was on the reality app streaming, I had a save of the like original Animal Crossing for the GameCube, and I didn't get very far, but I need to continue it. Yeah, I had Kiki and Tabby on my island. I know one of my friends really likes Tabby, so I was like really happy. And I also really like Kiki, so that is a thing as well. I play New Leaf mostly. I really need to try like New Leaf. Unfortunately, I can't really do that because the eShop is like down. Maybe if I go and find a physical copy, then I can try out New Leaf. There's, I really want to continue. I really need to get like a 3DS capture card because goodness gracious, I want to show you guys my Rhythm Heaven Megamix stuff. I have a physical copy for sure. Rhythm Heaven Megamix was literally the last thing that I bought before the eShop went down. Yeah, for those of you who are new here, I'm a really big fan of the Rhythm Heaven franchise. I also kind of want to stream Tomodachi Life too, but like I have a very personal save on my 3DS that I can't show on stream because yeah. I literally put my family members in that save and I'm like, oh, I don't want to show that off on stream. Yeah. I want to get a Switch capture card. Yeah, not the docs save file. Yeah, it is yabai. If I show it off on stream, that would be very yabai. I don't feel like getting all of my family members' names leaked on the internet. That would be very inconvenient. That's putting it very lightly. You guys, that's putting it very lightly. But yeah, I do have a very personal Tomodachi Life save file. I want to get the new one on the Switch, and I want to get a Switch capture card, so that way I can at least, I feel like I'm gonna be mostly playing that off stream though. Like, I don't know. I've been having to resist the urge to like not boot up certain games off stream because I kind of want to show them off to you guys. But at the same time, I don't want to turn everything that I like into content, you know? So I feel like, you know, for some games, I might do like a hybrid where I play it off stream and then on stream. But for some games, I just want to show you guys how cool the game is, you know? Sorry if it sounds like I'm rambling, but like, words, wow, words, amazing. But, yeah. I don't want to show everything off on stream, but like, at the same time, I kind of want to show a lot of things off on stream, but like, not everything, and it's just there. Sometimes it's a struggle. The best streamers yap. Yeah, I am a yapper. I am a big yapper. Most of the time. Like, if you like listening to me yap about random obscure franchises, then you're in the right place, cause yeah, I am a big lover of obscure things and just small niches, you know? Yeah. Like, I'm a big fan of the video game Nights into Dreams. I'm also a really big fan of this anime called Classicaloid. If you haven't watched it, I definitely recommend you do. Wow, I ended my streak of not mentioning Classicaloid on stream. Quick, how do I make this about Classicaloid? Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna say it here. Just because I can, this is my channel, I can say what I want. I miss Chopin Classicaloid. I miss him. God, I want Classicaloid to get a 3rd season already. I know it's been several years, but like, grr, I love that show. As a music major, I find the show really funny. I think I could talk about this on stream, maybe. I feel like talking about it on stream. So I recently did my senior project. I think I've mentioned me doing my senior project a couple times on stream, but I actually dubbed a portion of Classicaloid in English with a couple of friends, and I did the sound design for it and some of the dubbing. So yeah, it was a 7-minute snippet of the Westernloid episode. And I like made terrible MIDI background music, but also I did really cool sound design for it. Yeah, that was my senior project. I also covered a song from Classicaloid and I mixed it. Yeah, was very cool. I got an A on it, but yeah. God, I wish Classicaloid EN was real. I wish Classicaloid EN was real. It's fun to just do fun stuff with friends like that, you know? You know, I always try to make my college assignments. For those of you who are new here, yes, I am a college student. I am getting a degree. I talked about this during my last Bowitcher stream, I think. But yeah, I'm actually a college student and I am double majoring in music recording and information technology. So yes, the VTuber is book smart. The VTuber is getting a degree. 2 degrees, actually. But, yeah. Yeah. What was I going to talk about again? Do you ever have those moments where you're in the middle of a conversation and then you forget about what you're talking about? Because I think that just happened to me. Maybe it's just hot in here. I have the fan turned on. I'm pretty sure you guys can hear it, kind of, sort of, in my microphone, but like, I have my room fan turned on. It's so hot. And I prefer being hot rather than being cold. I actually prefer the heat, chat. But I feel like this heat is making me forget stuff. I'm like a grasshopper, chat. I hop between conversation topics really quickly. That is simply what I do. Your Honor, I am a chronic yapper. I yap so fast and I yap about so many things that nobody can catch up with me. Absolutely terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Look at my big old eyes. Oh. If I zoom in one more, you get to see, like, first person. Wow. First person web fishing? Crazy. Whoa. Look at my big old eyes, chat. I'm staring at you with my big old eyes. Oh yeah, I was talking about Rhythm Heaven earlier. Why don't we talk about that again? I'm really excited for Rhythm Heaven Groove. I'm really excited for Rhythm Heaven Groove. I'm just happy that Tomodachi Life and Rhythm Heaven Groove are both coming out on the Switch 1, because I'm not getting a Switch 2. I know the Switch 2 is already out. I'm not getting a Switch 2. I am not getting a Switch 2. I might get one later down the line, but like, not right now. Not right now. Oh yeah, I should probably talk about this. Speaking of Switch 2, did you guys see the Splatoon spin-off game that was just announced? Splatoon Raiders? That looks really cool. I'm like, I'm not getting a Switch 2. Oh, Splatoon spin-off game. I kind of want to play it, but like, yeah. What's better about the Switch 2? It has Splatoon Raiders. Yeah. I guess better graphics too, but like, honestly, I play for the gameplay, not really the graphics. Like, people like crap on Pokemon Scarlet and Violet for looking bad, but like, it just needed a little more time in the oven in the graphics department. But honestly, it is a really fun game. with a really good story. Yeah, they released it with barely any hype games for it to be worth getting. I mean, Donkey Kong, I suppose. I don't know, terraforming the ground seems like a fun, like, gaming mechanic. I don't know, I just like destroying things in video games. It's like Rage Room, the video game. You know what I mean? God, why don't we have, like, more Rage Room games? Like, instead of actually, like, breaking things, we could... Why aren't there a lot of Rage Rooms in VR chat? That's what I'm wondering. I actually tried looking for Rage Rooms in VR chat because I just felt like throwing stuff and I couldn't find a lot of good ones. There is a whole destructible house in VR chat, though, which is really fun. But yeah, I think terraforming the ground is fun. Yeah, like literally shaping the environment around you. It's fun. If you like destruction of stuff, check out Red Faction Gorilla. I've never heard of that. I have never heard of that. I'll look it up if it's interesting to me. There's a boxing game in VR chat that you could beat children in. Oh yeah, my favorite, beating up kids in VR chat. I don't go on public instances a lot anymore because of how many kids there were. Yeah. It's destruction heaven. I see. Never hoed. Never hoed. Is it weird that I like a lot of bright, funny, and quirky games? Kind of like Webfishing. I really want to play WarioWare Moving on stream. I kind of want to get a 3D model just so I can, like, you know, put on some mocap and then get a Switch capture card and then play WarioWare Move It on stream. I feel like that would be a really fun stream idea. I like the art worlds in VR chat. There's a lot of worlds I like visiting in VR chat. Yeah. I mainly like world hop between like different sensory rooms. There's a lot of good sensory room worlds. I also have like, there's a world that I really like called Bus to Nowhere. Unfortunately, it is PC only, but there is a world that's kind of like Bus to Nowhere, but it's also Quest compatible. I forgot what it was called. What was it called? I actually have to look this up. Like after I catch this fish, I have to look this up. Cause I have it in my favorites. I don't hop on VR chat as much as I used to. I kind of want to do a VR yapping stream, but like, yeah. Yeah. There's an RV one that's fun. Oh yeah, I think I've been to the RV world before. Let's see. Favorite worlds. What was it called? Oh yeah, by the way, Popper Point from Webfishing is in VR chat. That's also another thing that's there. Let's see. There was this one world that was kind of like Bus to Nowhere for Quest. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see if I can find it. There's a lot of worlds I have favorited. Let's see. I can just list off of a couple of the worlds that are in my favorites. Relaxing Magical Garden is a pretty one. It looks like you're trapped in a fairyland. There's a lot of stuff to do there too. Let's see. Musical Flowers is also a simplistic but really fun one. You can play music with flowers and it's really great. Yeah. Astral Bounds is a gorgeous one. A friend literally made something for their roleplay based off of Astral Bounds. It's a great world. I love it so much. Let's see. Someone ported the Tomodachi Island from Tomodachi Life into VR chat. That's a great one. Yeah, let's see. Someone ported some of the Nighttopias from Knight's Journey of Dreams into VR chat. Those are also really, really fun. Oh yeah, Nightly Neighborhood and Stardust Island are also really fun. They are two worlds, PC only unfortunately, that are made entirely out of Katamari Damacy assets. It's really cool. It is really cool. Let's see. Oh yeah, someone made the 3D Maze screensaver into a VR chat world. Someone recreated Howl's Moving Castle in VR chat as well. Those are also... There it is! Relativity Express! This is kind of like Bus to Nowhere, but it's also, oh, no! It's no longer Quest compatible! Dang it! It's no longer Quest compatible. It used to be Quest compatible. Now it's no longer Quest compatible. Unfortunately, now it is a PC-only world. Abzu is really colorful. Have you checked out the Studio Ghibli world that changes depending on how long you stay in it? I have not heard of a world like that. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm gonna be on VR chat later today just because I am doing something for Studio Penrose. Yeah, I am a voice actress for Studio Penrose who does VR chat films. Our Precious Autumn is going to be premiering at Raindance Immersive like in a couple days. So it'll also be released on YouTube, so please feel free to like go to Studio Penrose's YouTube channel and check that out, because I'm going to be one of the supporting actors in that. I will be voicing Aiko in Our Precious Autumn by Studio Penrose. Yeah. If you stay long enough, the tunnel to Spirited Away will open up. Oh my gosh, that's really cool. Goodness gracious, I'm gonna have to check that out. You can also see Howl's stars falling over time. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to check that out, because hopefully I'll have like a couple friends going with me to a private Studio Penrose event today. Yeah. I'm going to like a private event with a couple friends, so I'll be on VR chat like after stream. No, you guys cannot join me. Yeah, I mainly spend time on VR chat with my friends. I don't go to group instances or publics unless it's for like a big convention and whatnot. Yeah, that's how much of a recluse I am. I've kind of reclused away from like doing, you know, group instances and publics with people I don't know, because I'm just afraid of strangers. And yeah, I'm talking to you guys just fine. I don't know how that is. Maybe it's just that publics are way more chaotic and stuff, and I don't know. I've always been kind of afraid of meeting new people, but I'm kind of trying to push through that, you know? My favorite Studio Ghibli movies are Nausicaa and Mononoke. Ooh. Okay, you know what? I'm actually going to throw something out of left field. I actually really, really like The Secret of Variety. That's a really good one. I really like The Secret of Variety. Like, God, the environments are so pretty. I want to live in Variety's house as a little fairy, you know? I'm a fairy. I can, like, shrink and grow to human size and fairy size, you know? I want to live in a cute little fairy house. I want to live in a cute little fairy house. Unfortunately, I already live inside of your router, so, that's a thing. Also, if the internet goes down, it's entirely my fault. It will happen again. It's just my sheer power. Sorry, guys. I was too busy being goofy and silly. It will happen. The internet will go down again, and it will be entirely my fault. You could get a really huge house with huge stuff. Yeah, that's right. I could also live in a human house, but like, I don't know. I think shrinking down and living in the digital world is fun because there's just so much stuff in the digital space to like explore. Like, wow, I can world hop between my favorite fictional medias and I can just live in people's routers. Isn't that fun? I like journey across the internet between people's routers like every day. Wow. Kind of crazy if you think about it. Wow. But yeah, I just noticed that it's raining. I don't know. Usually I'm kind of oblivious to it, but like, I like it when it rains. I like the sound of rain. It's very relaxing. I really need to put on like rain sounds to sleep with. Lately, I've just been falling asleep to nothing but Chopin music. Or silence, but like, I don't know. I like having music that kind of, like, lulls me to sleep. It's nice. Tis very nice. Tis very nice. I should probably talk about some of the other Ghibli films that I like. I like Howl's Moving Castle a lot. One of my favorites. Rain is my friend. I love the rain. I hate getting soaked in the rain, but I like the rain. Just not getting soaked. Because then my wings get wet. And then I can't fly. Do not take your fairy friend out in the rain. If you're going to take me out in the rain, at least like get an umbrella or something for me. Because if my wings are wet, then I can't fly for like a long time because I have to wait for them to dry off. It's also really bad for my wings because they have a lot of like little digital circuitry lined in them, and I could end up getting like shocked, and that could be really bad. Oh my gosh, it's really raining hard. Like, whoa, look at the fog. Wow. Wow. I need to like look and see how much bait I have. I have like 16. I have like 16 bait. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Oh yeah, another Ghibli film that I really like is Kiki's Delivery Service. That's a really good one. I don't see people talking about like Kiki's Delivery Service a lot. Yeah, I actually haven't seen Princess Mononoke. I have seen Spirited Away though. It's really good. It is really, really, really good. Yeah. I have a lot of stuff on my debut slides that I'm like talking about right now, so yeah. I'm still waiting for my actual live 2D model to complete, so I have to wait. I have to keep waiting, chat. I understand that my rigger is busy and they need to take their time. So I'm not like in a rush to debut or anything. Actually, that gives me like some time to like refine my debut slides, because now I'm on a Windows computer and I have to like port my debut slides onto here, which is going to be an arduous task. Because back then I only had a Mac laptop and a Dream. But now I have like this whole gaming setup that I can like actually do stuff on. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. This game is so relaxing. I think I should play this game more often, like at the end of the week. Cause like usually I play a lot of high energy chaotic games, but sometimes it's nice to just like chill and relax with a comfy game. You know what I mean? I know people like crapping on comfy games. Like there are certain people that just do not like comfy games for whatever reason, but like, why? Yeah. Yeah. Hal and Kiki's were good. Definitely gonna see Mononoke. Gonna watch Variety because you reminded me. Yeah, definitely go watch The Secret of Variety. It's really good. It's really good. I haven't seen Variety in a while, but like, God, Variety is one of my favorites. I haven't seen a Ghibli movie in a while, period. I really need to like rewatch some Ghibli films. Oh yeah! Totoro! I also really like My Neighbor Totoro. Fun fact, that was actually the first Ghibli film that I ever watched. It was My Neighbor Totoro. I actually have a physical DVD of My Neighbor Totoro. I still need to watch it. I still need to like pop the DVD in and watch it and whatnot. Cause yeah. Gosh. Man. For some reason, I just got extremely nostalgic about like owning physical media and whatnot. I had a whole bookshelf of DVDs that like I used to just pop in and watch with my brother, my dad. Yeah. We used to watch a lot of physical media together, and I don't know, I miss the early 2000s so much. That's like kind of part of the reason why I chose my theming. I kind of wanted to blend the Arrow aesthetics and Y2K together. And then you have me, because I don't know, I'm really fond of the early 2000s, and I kind of want to take people back to that time with my channel. Yeah. I hope I'm doing a good job. I really hope I'm doing a good job. I also like the color pink, so I kind of wanted to make that a prominent aspect too. Yeah. Yeah. Back when you could just pop in a game and play it instantly. Exactly! Oh my god, that reminds me. I actually learned about Knights through Sega Superstars Tennis, because I actually had a PS2 at my parents' house. Yeah. So my dad had a PS2. One day we went shopping. I wanted to get a video game. There was one game that stuck out to me. It was Sega Superstars Tennis. I actually bought it because of Ulala and Knights on the cover. Like, I'm like, okay, Sonic, cool. But, yeah. I think Sega Superstars Tennis was actually my first Sega game in general. That was my first Sega game in general. Also, chat, I never grew up with Mario Party. My family wasn't really a Nintendo family until we got the, like, 3DSs. Because I was a really big Pokemon fan, and I sat down playing Pokemon X for a long time. Gosh, I really want to stream Pokemon X. That would be really fun. I remember on my Pokemon X and my Pokemon Moon saves, I named my character Dawn, because she was one of my favorite Poke Protags. There's a game called Phantasy Star. Yes, I've heard about Phantasy Star, actually. I have a basic familiarity with Phantasy Star. I've never played it. I've only heard of it, but yeah, I've heard of Phantasy Star. It's made by Sega, and a lot of the in-game weapons are Sonic related, and they have Knight stuff too. Yeah. For those of you who are new here, hi, I am the Knights fandom's strongest soldier. You guys should check out my Q&A that I did with the voices of Knights and Riala from Knight's Journey of Dreams. They were really cool people. I'd love to do another Q&A with them in the future. If they're up to it, of course. Yeah. Because one of my friends actually had a really interesting question about the dream language. I doubt they know about it, but like it would be an interesting question to ask them. Yeah. I should probably also stream Knights a little bit more too, because I've been kind of slacking on that. The way I schedule my streams is like, do I feel like playing a certain game a certain day? You know? I like kind of have to be like, what do I feel like playing this week? How am I gonna pace myself? You know, it's kind of like an intrinsic thing. Speaking of games, there's been a new update to Infinity Nikki, and it looks fairy tale inspired. I kind of want to check it out during one of my future streams next week. I also really need to finish Deltarune Chapter 4, so we're gonna have a lot of variety next week, I think. Because I usually work on my schedules like today and over the weekend, although I don't think I'm gonna have a lot of time today, you know, to schedule stuff. Maybe over the weekend. Though I do have some stuff for like summer classes to work on, which is kind of gross, but like, what are you gonna do? I have to work on a PowerPoint for one of my summer classes over the weekend. Yeah. It's for a writing class. It's a thing. Yeah, it is most definitely a thing. Fortunately, the class does end in a little bit, so I just gotta keep pushing through it. I'm shocked that an unidentified fish object hasn't landed yet, because usually it should land, like, somewhere. But, like, it's not landing anywhere. Like, gosh. gosh. Where in the waking world is it? You know, there is one thing that I'm really proud of in Nights. It's that I'm in the top hundreds in the global score for Spring Valley. That's one thing that I'm really proud of. I know I'm not gonna be #1 in the world, but just having a, like, really high spot globally on the leaderboard means a lot to me. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Go through there. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah. Nights is a really fun game. If you haven't tried it, I definitely recommend you do. I'm really sad that they delisted Nights into Dreams from Steam. Because they had the original Nights on Steam, albeit like the PS2 port, but like ported to like Steam, you know, because the Saturn game is really hard to work with. I'm like really sad they took that like off of Steam, because I could go encourage people to play it. If you have a Sega Saturn, I definitely like recommend you try out Nights. Or if you have a Wii, you can play the sequel. That reminds me, I think I talked about my dorm hall having a Wii. They had like I wrote out a list of games that I suggested the dorm hall get for the Wii. Knight's Journey of Dreams was one of them, and they were like gonna like, they were like, I appreciate the suggestions, but like you're the only one who uses the Wii, and I'm like, I am. Fun fact, I never grew up with a Wii. But yeah, I used to play the Wii sometimes because there was like a kids corner at the grocery store that I used to like shop at. Like when I was a kid, my dad used to take me grocery shopping. And oh, I have no bait. Okay. When I was a kid, I went grocery shopping with my dad, and being an impatient little child, being the impatient little child that I was, my dad could not take me anywhere. I was very impatient. So my dad would always put me in the kids corner, which I was very happy about because I really like the kids corner. I wish more like places had kids corners nowadays. The kids corner I went to had I think a Nintendo 64, as well as a Wii. Yeah, there was a Wii in the kids corner, and I would just sit there and I would make Miis all day. I would sit there and I would make Miis. That's what I would do. My memories of the kids corner are kind of a little fuzzy, but I vividly remember making Miis on there. It was great. It was really great. I also remember, I think the Nintendo 64 had like Mario Kart. I was really bad at it though, unfortunately. But yeah. Was really cool. Was really, really, really cool. Man, you know the thing I like about VR chat is that there's a lot of like play areas in VR chat. Like there's a lot of stuff that you can just climb up and like jump into ball pits and stuff. I played one of the first 3D games, Star Fox, in the early 90s at a Sam's Club on errands with Dad. Oh, that's great. Yeah. My gosh. Man, reminds me of how many classic games that I actually missed out on. Like, I never grew up with Mario Party. I played Shrek Super Party. I kid you not, chat. That was what I grew up with. I had Mario Party at home. I had Shrek Super Party. I already had like a party game. Chat, I used to be the best at Scooter Scramble, and then my brother went one day and took that title away from me. He said, no, you cannot be the best at Scooter Scramble. And he went and he like raced against me and he won. And he still has that on the leaderboard. Still so mad about that. Still so mad about that. I was supposed to be the Scooter Scramble champion. I was really good at Scooter Scramble. It wasn't even funny. Yeah. Reminds me in Sega Superstars Tennis. My dad had the high score on like the Kyrian Mansion minigame for years. He held that score for years, ever since I was a kid. He had that score. And I finally beat it like a couple years ago. It was the year of the 15th anniversary of Sega Superstars Tennis, I think. I made a little art piece to celebrate that, which was nice. Yeah. Fun fact, the official Space Channel 5 account noticed it, which is really cool. Yeah. Yeah. Another fun fact, I'm going on another tangent here. My character design was actually inspired by Space Channel 5. Yeah. I designed my character myself. Somebody else just draws and rigs my models, you know? But this character design is mine. Yeah. I do dabble in character design, just not professionally. Just as a little hobby for myself. That reminds me, I need to do more stuff with my Nightmare OCs. I have two Nightmare OCs, Fantasia and Ida. They're very silly, both of them. Like, one is more like Harlequin themed. Another, I took inspiration off of a lot of different abstract characters, like the Collector from the Owl House and Shadow from Bear in the Big Blue House. And Ina as well. So kind of, I'm trying to find a way to squeeze Ida into an Ina OC, kind of, sort of. Yeah. Because I really like its design. It's very, like, it's funny. With Fantasia, her design looks really complex, but it's actually really simple. And with Ida's, it looks very simple, but it's kind of complex. I created two differing Nightmare OCs with like two differing vibes, and I think that's really, really, really cool. I miss Ida. I really need to do more stuff with them. Anyways, back to the Kyrian Mansion thing. I recently beat it, like a couple years ago. My dad was impressed. Yeah. It's cool to know young people had parents that would play games rather than punishing for the interest. Yeah, my dad was a big gamer back then. He's not as much of a gamer anymore, but he used to sit down and play games with me as a kid. When he had free time, I would ask him to play video games with me, and he would sit down and play it. He used to play Call of Duty. My dad actually used to play Call of Duty. He kept me away from that game though. Yeah, but I think my dad had Call of Duty Black Ops for the PS2. I really need to like get my dad to like do an off collab with me, because I think that would be very cool. I actually recently taught him just the basics of how to play Balatro. Yeah. He came over and we sat down and I taught him how to play Balatro. It was a really nice moment. Reminds me of like, you know, me and my dad sitting together as kids, like playing video games together. Yeah. Yeah. My dad actually was a big Civilization fan too. He actually introduced me to Civilization. I think he let me play a little bit of it. Yeah, it was great. I think he chose Greece as his country. like starting out. Yeah. It was fun. It was really fun. I can see why people like make Civilization hours of people like sinking hours into that game. Like Civilization was the Balatro of back then, because you just sink so many hours into that game. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah. Man. Now I miss being a kid, you know? Like, we always take like childhood for granted, you know? Ah. My 70-ish-year-old mom played Journey with me. We didn't get far. I've heard Journey is a really good game. I want to try it one day. I really want to try Journey one day. There's a lot of games that I want to try. You know? Some games I didn't even get the chance to play that I wanted to try. Steven Universe Unleashed the Light was one of them. It got delisted from Steam. And yeah. It's really sad because I really wanted to play that game. I just realized since I do have Apple Arcade, I can play Sonic Dream Team. I just realized that. Yeah. I don't know when I'm going to start it or if I'm ever going to check it out, but like Sonic Dream Team is on Apple Arcade and I can try it. There is one other Apple Arcade game that I've been playing a lot. It's Katamari Damacy Rolling Live. It's like the newest mainline game. Sadly, it's only locked to Apple Arcade. Hey, Bandai Namco, if you are listening to me, please release it for consoles, please and thank you. Katamari, yeah, Katamari, yeah. I've been playing a lot of Katamari recently. God, I really need to get a Switch capture card so I can show you guys my Katamari Damacy reroll, and we love Katamari Damacy reroll saves. Yeah. Katamari, so good. Yes! We have Katamari fans here! I'm not the only one! Let's go! There is a version for consoles. I have it on Xbox. No, earlier I was talking about the Apple Arcade game. Katamari Damacy Rolling Live. It's the latest one that's just been released. It's locked to Apple Arcade. It's a mainline game too, and it's locked to Apple Arcade, which is really sad. I've been playing it a lot. At one point, chat, fun fact, I was actually one of the top 2% of the players for Katamari Damacy Rolling Live. I kind of fell off of it though, but I really need to get back into it. But yeah, I was actually one of the top Katamari Damacy Rolling Live players. God, that game is weird. It's weird, but it's fun. It's like, I don't know. I really like bright, fun, quirky games, you know? Weirder than Ina. I like quirky games. I like making stuff bigger and rolling it up into a ball and just pushing it around. I don't know. It's a really good game for my ADHD. I don't know. But sometimes I will admit you can lose track of time while playing that game because it's just so fun. But if you need to like just take a 5-minute break, just pop open a 5-minute Katamari Damacy level and then yeah, you are good. Yeah. If you like that game, you might like Chibi-Robo. I've heard of Chibi-Robo. I haven't played it, but yeah. I've heard Chibi-Robo was a fun one. Gosh, I'm just so excited for next year. Apparently, I don't know, I heard from someone that like we're getting more Deltarune next year. I don't know how credible that is, but I heard somewhere that we're getting new Deltarune next year. Yeah, I still need to finish chapter 4 though, so no spoilies. No spoilies. Castle Crashers? I don't think I've heard of that one. Gosh. I'm just remembering the heyday of like mobile games. I don't know. I don't know why that just popped into my head. Man, I miss Fruit Ninja. I actually miss Fruit Ninja. I had the original Fruit Ninja on like my really old iPad mini. I don't know where it went, by the way. I had Fruit Ninja on my old iPad mini. Like the original one, before they put the original one on Apple Arcade. Yeah, it's really fun. I had a lot of unlockables in there. I'm afraid that when I re-download it, I'm gonna have to like grind for all of that stuff again. Unfortunate. So unfortunate. But God, Fruit Ninja was such a fun game. I used to play Clash of Clans when I was little, but like not anymore. Yeah. The only mobile game I really play now is like the mobile versions of Balatro and also Katamari Damacy Rolling Live. Those are like the two main mobile games I play, but I also like play a copious amount of Cookie Run Kingdom. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a Cookie Run Kingdom player. I'm sorry I'm a Cookie Run Kingdom player. I'm sorry I got attached to the funny jester cookie. It will happen again. I should get back to Warframe. I say that like I haven't played it in a while, but it's been maybe like a day since I've played. Ooh. I'm obligated to log on to Cookie Run Kingdom every day now, cause so my guild leader, all right? I'm in a Cookie Run Kingdom guild, and my guild leader has been inactive for a long time. So, by proxy, the guild leadership title went to me. If I don't log on for 14 days, that leadership title is gonna go to someone else. And that someone else might be the IRL I, let into my guild. It wasn't originally my guild. It was owned by a different person other than the different leader. But like, everybody's just been kind of inactive, you know? But, yeah. Yeah. I'm now the guild leader. And, I kind of want to try to get better rewards, so... Invite one of us and then become inactive? That's crazy. I invited my IRL and made him the officer. Then I can go inactive, but like, I don't know. Chat. Yeah. Yeah. Red Faction Gorilla, you'll love. It's about breaking and blowing up everything. I love that. Sometimes, when I was little, I used to just start up Minecraft worlds just to explode them with TNT and watch them burn. I don't know. My gosh. But I don't know if I can invite one of chat to my Cookie Run Kingdom guild. I don't know. I feel like I'm already getting side-eyed for like kicking one of the inactive members and then inviting one of my IRLs to become the officer of the guild. I feel like I'm already getting side-eyes from my guildmates. Even though like most of them are inactive. Oh my god. I don't want to like enact an activity policy into my guild because then I have to follow it too. Ugh. Goodness. Goodness gracious. How am I still not getting an unidentified fish object popping up in this game? Insane. I should be getting like at least one. It's insane. Absolutely insane. It's insane. Gosh, I don't know what to talk about now. Like, there's stuff that I want to talk about, but I can't talk about it yet. You know? Yeah. Warframe is difficult to get into. It's my favorite game, though. A few years I was sick and had a 50% chance of surviving. Well, congratulations on beating whatever you had. Yeah. The developer team mailed me a card signed with all their names. Oh, that's wonderful. I love that. Yeah, I have a friend who's into Warframe. I don't know if I would get into it because I'm like the bright, colorful, quirky, in-your-face games. Like Tomodachi Life and stuff. I owe them my life in a way, literally. Oh, that's really sweet of them, though. That is extremely sweet of them. It's nice when you make a game that, like, resonates with people and changes their lives. You know what I mean? I kind of feel that way with VibRibbon. I was in a really dark place in high school, and then I found out about VibRibbon. And somehow, I knew everything was all right. I wish I was over-exaggerating. I am not. Yeah, they filled it with bad puns. It was really great. Yeah, I love horrible puns. Sans. I don't know. Man. I just love games that you can tell have a lot of heart put into them. And when they have a developer team that truly cares, you know? Half-Life 2 and Red Dead Redemption 2 was a lifesaver for me. Yeah. VibRibbon was that. I mean, it's kind of obvious from my actual username, VibRipple, which is named after the sequel, but I don't know. The Vib series was kind of a lifesaver for me. Yeah. I don't know. Funny Wireframe Rabbit just brightened up my life when I was in a really dark place. I really hope VibRibbon, like, gets a remaster of some kind. Some way, shape, or form. It's like everything good is coming back, like, lately. You know what I mean? Everything good is coming back, and it's just, it's really great. It's really great. The Warframe development team is unique because unlike a lot of other game studios, they actually play the games. They do Let's Plays every Thursday and are very friendly with the community. Kind of reminds me of some of the, like, Japanese members of Sunsoft. They stream, like, Euphoria and stuff. Or as it's known in Japan, HYPERLiNX, you know? They do streams of that. They play their games and they interact with people, and it's really great. Wow, big fish jump scare. Oh, there's a ripple in the water over there. I need to catch it. There we go. Nice. Yeah, I love when you can tell that developers really do care about their games and their community, you know? I don't know. It warms my heart. Ah! I fell in the water. Terrible. Unfortunate. Yeah. It's really great. I love the interactions between, like, game developers and their community sometimes. It kind of makes me miss old Genshin. You know what I mean? Remember when the Hu Tao leaks were coming out and, like, Genshin was replying to people with Hu Tao? Oh man, I miss those kinds of interactions. Those were fun. Yeah. They removed the microtransaction when they realized it was predatory. It's the one free to play game that I think does it right. Oh, that's really great. Yeah. Yeah. No loot boxes, a free battle pass that you earn stuff through in-game challenges. Yeah. There's a lot of free-to-play gacha games that I have played. Some being better than others, you know? Yeah. That's how I feel about all art. Don't care what genre or culture, just want to see love put into it. Yeah! You know what's my favorite thing about art? and like, you know, music and video games. It's the humanity that like people put into it. Just to see like real people coming together, doing things that they love, putting all their heart and soul into what they create. It's a really beautiful process to me, you know? You know? It's a gorgeous process. You know? Seeing a bunch of people coming together to develop something that they love, to create something that resonates with other people. My favorite part about art is the humanity and soul and passion put into it. Like, you can tell when someone like loves what they do through art. That's my favorite part. That's why people create, you know? Yeah. It just reminds me of why art is so special. It's because actual people are behind it, you know? Yeah. It makes life lovely, not just survival. It's what makes us human, the good parts anyway. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. God, this just reminds me of like WALL-E. It reminds us how good, you know, the human aspect of stuff is, you know? God, WALL-E was the first movie that I saw in theaters, and it's still extremely relevant today, you know? Gosh, I miss WALL-E and Eve. God, I miss my funny little robots. Yeah, WALL-E was the very first movie I saw in theaters. It still is one of my favorite movies to this day. Yeah. It really is, exactly. And there's so many themes, like, thrown into WALL-E that, like, you know, it's hard to choose just a single theme, you know, that, like, makes the movie special. And it communicates a lot of stuff without even using words. It's great. Yeah. Yeah. It kind of reminds me of the movie 9, although they're not really somewhere in any way. I've never heard of that movie. Is it good? I've never heard of it. Man, I miss, like, the early 2000s Disney. Remember the Disney Fairies movies? Remember the Disney Fairies movies? Man, I wish Disney did more with the Disney Fairies franchise. Well, they did make a ride in Japan based off of the fairies, which I'm at least a little happy about, you know? It's weird, very weird. Ooh. Ooh. Gosh. That reminds me of another weird movie I saw when I was a kid. Mars Needs Moms. That was a really weird movie I saw as a kid. That was a really weird one. I don't remember much about it, but all I remember was it was weird. It was a really weird movie. I was too busy watching Twilight Zone to watch that one. That's crazy. Well, Mars Needs Mom, still a better movie than Twilight. Wasn't the Twilight, like, novel series made into movies, I think? I heard Twilight Zone was good, though. Fantasia mentioned in chat? Oh my god, that was one of my favorites! Fantasia was one of my favorites. Oh my god. You have good taste. Fantasia is good. Fantasia is good. Oh my god. I really like the original one. 2000 was also alright, but like, I really like the original. 2000 had some good stuff in it. Like, I'm trying to think. The Carnival of the Animals finale was really good. By Camille Saint-Saëns. Yeah. The one with the flamingos and the yo-yos. That was really funny. I like that one. Yeah. I I'm so mad that there was a lot of scrap stuff for Fantasia. I really wish Disney would go back and like revisit some of that stuff, because there was actually going to be a Chopin piece in Fantasia, but like it got scrapped. Yeah. I showed Fantasia in an audio recording class I used to teach. Oh my god, another audio recording professional? Oh my god. Yeah, I'm actually majoring in music recording. So, hi, other audio recording professional here. Hello. Hi. Wow. Bridge to Terabithia scared me as a kid because it introduced me to the concept of death. The idea of my brother dying scared me to death because I have such a good relationship with him. Oof. You know, I was actually introduced to the concept of death, you know, like an actual relative dying. I actually had that experience. I lost one of my relatives to pancreatic cancer a long time ago. My parents like took me back from somewhere and said, we need to have a very important talk. And immediately in my mind came the worst. I pictured the worst thing. My brother immediately got angry. You know, my parents sat me down on the bed in my room and they said, your relative passed away today. I immediately broke into tears, and my brother was like, I knew it, and started punching things. Like, in anger. It was not pretty, to say the least, but he's in a better place now, and I hope I'm making him proud. You know? Alice in Wonderland was really hardcore too. I'm late. Oh. Lost my auntie to leukemia. Yeah. Death is a really hard concept to grasp, you know? It hits even harder when like messages of that are like woven into like games, stories and whatnot. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like there are some video games that like tackle death in a really good way, you know? You know, just appreciate, you know, the people that you care about in your life as much as you can, you know? You'll never know when they're gone, you know? Thinking about it, I probably should have waited to see a lot of movies. I saw Alien at the age of 7. I heard Alien was scary. Well, I need to remember a lot of the movies that I saw when I was a kid. You know, when I was a kid, I was really fond of Tom and Jerry. I still am. It was one of my, I was actually surrounded by classical music all throughout my life as a kid. My dad would put on the classical music radio station, and I could recognize composers and their pieces at a very young age. Yeah. Another great thing about art, we can learn about the hardest stuff while immersed in beauty. Yes, appreciate life, it's fragile. Yes! Yeah. Ah! Appreciate me falling into the water, guys. Appreciate me being a little clumsy fairy and falling into the water. Whoopsies. Whoopsie doopsies. Whoopsies, my bad. Me. But, yeah. I'm trying to think about what I was gonna say. What was I talking about? I feel like another heat wave hit my brain and I just forgot what I was about to say, you know? Have you watched The Dark Crystal? I have not. I've not even heard of that. I don't think I've even heard of the Dark Crystal. was talking about my early introductions to classical music, wasn't I? Yeah, it's strange too. There's like a lot of weird movies that we just watched when we were kids that just stick with us. You know what I mean? That's what makes it great, you know? Yeah. Yeah. Gosh. Anyways, I don't know. I find it freaky that I was able to identify composers and their pieces when I was a kid, because I would be like, Beethoven, Mozart, you know? Yeah. I was able to identify stuff as a kid. In fact, on one of my really old devices, I had an app where I could follow along with some of Chopin's scores, you know? Ever watch Courage the Cowardly Dog? I've heard of Courage the Cowardly Dog. I don't think I watched it though, but I've definitely heard of it. The episode Freaky Fred still kind of scares me just a bit. Yeah. Jim Henson was amazing. Yeah. Jim Henson was a gem. Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. Herma. Gem Henson, exactly. Yeah, he was a gem. It's weird how, like, so first my, like, love of classical music, I suppose, like, I don't know, classical, like, kind of rekindled that for me. I'm just thinking about that. When I was a kid, I used to watch a lot of Tom and Jerry, but before that, I used to watch a lot of Baby Einstein. You know, the OG sensory videos. I think I owned some of the toys from that as a kid. Yeah. Well, check out Courage the Cowardly Dog. Yeah, oh my god. I've heard it was good. I need to watch that in actuality. Oh my god, you know what that just reminded me of? That reminds me of that one. Oh my god, no! I didn't want to go that far. That reminds me of that one video of Courage and Dora's voice actors meeting. Oh my god, I love that video. I love when other voice actors just have fun as their characters. I need to wait for the opportunity to do that with someone else. If one of my characters I voice becomes really well known, you know? Yeah, I voice a lot of different characters. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. My favorite character in Webfishing. I love the little guy. Invader Zim was pretty good too. Yeah, I've heard Invader Zim was good. I've heard Invader Zim was really good. Yeah. But yeah, I started out watching Baby Einsteins that had a lot of classical pieces too. Like, I don't know. I grew to recognize the pieces played in Baby Einstein, like, at a later age. And I'm like, oh, I first heard that and that. Oh, this composer composed that. And sometimes I even have a that's Schubert moment whenever I, like, listen to a piece. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Schubert's so underrated. Like, people always forget he exists, and yet he composes some of the biggest bangers known to man. Like, you know that "please give me one tray of peas" meme? The background music for that was actually a Schubert piece. Actually crazy to think about. My gosh. We love Schubert on this channel. Gosh. Sorry. Classical info dumping. Whoa. I've got to get going. It was great seeing you again. I hope you enjoyed the stream today. Yeah. Have a good one. Whee! Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm just yapping about, like, so much different stuff. I'm, like, yapping about so much different stuff. It's crazy. I can't believe you guys are getting, like, a Vib lore dump this stream. Was Schubert the summertime and the living's easy? No, that was, I think that was from Porgy and Bess. That Schubert's classical. Schubert's like, you can, I'm sure if you look for Schubert pieces, his name's Franz Schubert. He's a classical composer, made really good music. I'm pretty sure like most of chat only knows Beethoven and Mozart, but like, if you want to learn more about other composers, I'd be happy to teach you. My friends basically call me the Pokedex of classical music. Cause, thanks Classicaloid, you got me hyper fixated on this stuff. Me screaming at the Classicaloid PNGs I have taped to my wall. It's so funny. I have this one image of Mozart from Classicaloid. Really good anime, by the way. Go watch it. If you want to learn more about classical music in a really funny setting, go watch Classicaloid. You don't need to have a background in classical music to join, but if you know about it already, then it'll make it like even funnier, but it's still funny nonetheless. There's a lot of Tom and Jerry style humor. Yeah. Yeah, Classicaloid is hard to get to the gems. Love Vivaldi. Yeah! I like Vivaldi too. I don't know. Like, most people just know Vivaldi for the Four Seasons, but then I like ask, what's your favorite Vivaldi piece? And they're like, I like winter, I like spring. Summer gets mentioned sometimes. I really like Vivaldi's Summer. I also listen to some of his other stuff outside the seasons too, but like, y'all. I think Autumn from the Seasons is really underrated. I really think Autumn from the Seasons is so underrated. Like, people always talk about, oh, spring this, oh, winter that. But, like, sometimes people mention summer, but, like, nobody talks about fall. Nobody talks about fall, and it makes me really sad. God. I think fall is really underrated. It's like Moonlight Sonata movement, too. It's actually my favorite movement of Moonlight Sonata by Beethoven. People always talk about the first movement. People always talk about the third movement, but no love for the second movement. Ah, yeah, Gershwin. Yeah, that's George Gershwin. Yeah. If I recall correctly, he was also the composer of Rhapsody in Blue, which is also in Fantasia 2000. That was another one of my favorites from Fantasia 2000. Who did Peter and the Wolf? Peter and the Wolf. I need to double check this. Hold on. I need to check that after I, like, catch this. There's several people who did Peter and the Wolf. There's several people who did Peter and the Wolf. I think the most well-known one was by Prokofiev. But a lot of different people did Peter and the Wolf. You know? At least that's what Google says. I think it's Prokofiev. Prokofiev did a lot of cool stuff. Charles Mingus. I don't think I've ever heard of that. God, wow, I'm a music major and I've never heard of Charles Mingus. Well, I can look him up right now. See if I recognize him from anything. Whoa, whoa, fish! Ah! Yeah. Also, fun fact, I am a classically trained soprano, so yeah. Early jazz, but classical inspired. Oh, I see. Because I was going to be like, oh, I'm more like classically trained, but I do know some like jazz stuff like Frank Sinatra, Billie Holiday, Ella Fitzgerald. I know some of those people, you know? Yeah. Yeah. I'm also familiar with Art Tatum as well. Yeah. I remember writing a whole paper on Art Tatum before. Yeah. 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 I remember showing my jazz teacher some of the Katamari music, and he did not enjoy it. He's like, it's all right, but I've heard better. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Sag. I mean, people have their own tastes, but like, God, Katamari has such good music. And I loop back to Katamari. Wow, great. I'm so good at talking about things, you guys. It's actually crazy. Also, chat, if you want, I could give you guys a couple of classical composer recommendations. I'm sure you guys already know about Ludwig van Beethoven and Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, so I'm gonna name composers that aren't them. I know you guys are familiar with Vivaldi as well, and probably Bach. So yeah, Frédéric Chopin's, I think, my favorite composer. Chopin's my favorite. I've listened to a large majority of his works, and actually, he's also done some stuff for voice. If only I knew how to sing in Polish. I'm gonna have to, like, start up, like, college voice lessons again, just so I can sit down and just tackle some Chopin vocal songs for fun, you know? Chopin is good. He is. If you're, looking for more, virtuosic piano, I definitely recommend Liszt. Liszt also did some symphonic stuff, like the Dante Symphony. Yeah. You might know Liszt from his Liebestraum No. 3. Fun fact, that was originally composed for voice and piano, and then it was later reduced to just piano. I like strings the most. I'm pretty sure you've heard of this piece, but, have you ever heard of Air on the G String by Johann Sebastian Bach? That is a gorgeous piece from one of his orchestral suites. It's the air from one of his orchestral suites. Yeah. I don't know. I really like Air on the G String. It's such a pretty piece. There's also another piece that I really like. It's Samuel Barber's Adagio for strings. It's really nice. Mendelssohn's Violin Concerto is also a really great one. If you're looking for some good pieces for strings. Yeah. I think Ludwig van Beethoven also wrote a couple string quartets. Those are also really good. Like, if you're looking for some of the more deeper cuts of Beethoven, I definitely, like, recommend looking at his string quartets, because, like, people, like, mostly know him for his symphonic works. Yeah. Thanks for all this info. We'll check that stuff out. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Yeah. Don't blame me if your recommendations get filled with classical music, or do. I take full responsibility for it. I take full responsibility. Yeah. I just noticed I've been, like, streaming for, like, almost an hour and 30 minutes. I'm probably going to go refill my stuff and sell my stuff. And then I'm gonna, probably call it for today. Yeah, because I've done a lot of fishing. Yeah. There we go. Let's get rid of that. Yeah. Nicey, nicey, nicey. Well, thank you guys. There, I'm stuck. There we go. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I don't know when my next stream will be, but, my next weekly schedule will go up tomorrow. Yay! So be sure to check my Discord server, be sure to check my YouTube community page, and be sure to check my Blue Sky, because my weekly schedule will be posted in 3 different places. Yeah, it'll go up tomorrow, so I need to work on that. Yeah, thank you guys for watching me yap and catch a lot of fish. Next week's gonna have a lot of exciting streams. I can already feel it, so please look forward to that. Yeah. And without further ado, yeah, make sure to hydrate, get some good sleep tonight. Have a good day or night, wherever you guys are. Stay hydrated, and stay vibrant. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye-bye.